What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are looking at Bitcoin Cash today. And in fact, we're looking at the Bitcoin Cash BTC pair. This is going to be a very quick video. I want to just kind of talk about something and address something. I like Bitcoin Cash, man. I like it. I definitely think it's one of the OG coins. Anything that I've said, if you've heard me talk about XMR, Monero recently, XRP, Bitcoin itself, Ethereum there's even Dogecoin. The one thing all these coins have in common, including Bitcoin Cash, is that they're OG coins, man. They've been around for a long time. They've stood the test of time. Not only that, but they've all maintained their status in the top 100, let alone top 50, top 30, basically since they got there. They just haven't left, which there's plenty of coins. I've said it before, and I'll probably say it again at some point, but I'm saying it now. Plenty of coins can get to the top 10. Plenty of coins can get in the top 20. Plenty of coins will make it to the top 100. Few of them will stay. And if you're looking at the top 100 now, I would bet that after the next cycle, over half of them will not be there. Maybe even over 70% of them won't be there. So it is very rare, and it's very special to kind of maintain that status throughout your whole existence. I don't want to talk about that too much. I do want to we're not looking at the price, we're looking at the Bitcoin pair, right? This is Bitcoin Cash versus BTC, and the reason why I want to look at this is because this move here, we had I'm on a weekly basis here. You can see we have a low, a higher low. I'll even zoom it in. Low, higher low, higher low. We're above the 50. Nice, good job. I'm sorry, pardon my language. Sorry, Grandma. Sorry, Grandpa. Higher lows and above the 50. This is tremendous, guys. This is great. And you saw this bottom here. I'm actually predicting that on the Bitcoin Cash BTC pair, that this is going to be the absolute bottom. I think this is the bottom, man. Until proven otherwise. Until And I think that is a bold call to make, especially with the fact that we have lower lows and lower highs in place still. I don't normally make that kind of call, but man, with this bullish divergence and the fact that on arguably, if we zoom it out to the monthly, arguably the biggest pump, not even arguable, the biggest pump in the shortest amount of time, the most dramatic pump that we've seen versus Bitcoin. If we were, let's see, 239%. I wonder what this was here. 188, yeah. So this is the biggest pump versus Bitcoin that we've ever seen, and definitely in the shortest amount of time. If we took a fib from the low to high there, we bounced right off the 1618, and yes, we wicked below it. Yes, we did, and that's okay. It's okay to wick below it. You wicked below the 236 here. You still held it as support. Technically, was this after? This was after the, or this was the 1414. I'm sorry. The 236 is a red line too. That's why I thought it was, but that's the 1414. But you still held it as support. Even if you wicked below it, you held the 1618 as support. You closed basically right at it. You went a little bit below it. That's like a fake out, and then you took off from there. On a weekly basis, if we zoom in, if it'll let me, you held the line, man. You really held the line on a daily basis. Even let's see, let's zoom into it and look. Come on, I don't know why things are so slow right now. I hope you guys can see me. I'm gonna look. Yeah, looks like you can see me. Everything's fine. It looks like on a daily basis we did have one day close below, but to prove that it was a fake out, the next day immediately we had a straight. If this wasn't a fake out, man, if you don't think this was a fake out, I don't know what to tell you, because we broke this line, a very significant line. That blue line there, this is a very significant line right here. Very, very, very significant. We broke it on a closing basis, and then the next day we had the biggest pump on a daily basis versus Bitcoin that we've seen, man, in a long time. In a very, since July, basically in almost over a year. Yeah. That is the biggest pump we've seen in almost a year. So if that's not a fake out, I don't know what to tell you, man. That to me is definitely a fake out. I want to put this fib back on there. And beyond that, on a daily basis we had the close, but on the weekly and the monthly we didn't. So higher time frames, more significance in my opinion. The way that this looks, the fact that we bounce like this dramatically, I would expect that we do get above the 1414. Maybe we come up, find support on it, and continue to go higher. I would think that ultimately Bitcoin Cash is going to make a move all the way back up to the 618, all the way back up to it, and beyond, beyond there. But for right now, my eyes are set. I guess let's be fair. At a minimum, I would expect that we go to the 886, which from here versus Bitcoin, the BCH BTC pair, that's 100% gain. Literally 100% gain. If not, potentially a near 200%, about a 180% gain versus Bitcoin. Now, this does not mean that Bitcoin Cash gains price. This is not what it means. It could. All it means is that if Bitcoin Cash loses price, if it loses its value versus the dollar, it's going to do it slower or less dramatically than Bitcoin does. If it gains value against the dollar, it's going to do it faster than Bitcoin does. It's going to retain more value or gain more value than Bitcoin in any given time frame. I think it's in the beginning, of an uptrend there. I didn't mean to click on that ad. And generally, bouncing off the 1618, man, when you hold the 1618 like this, in my opinion, the idea that you would at least see the 886, if not even more likely the 618, it's very, very, very likely. This is beautiful, man. And off of to me, this is without a doubt the most significant move that we've seen from a low to a high point. Using this fib, I would say bouncing off of this is very significant. And I feel very confident and comfortable calling this the bottom, even without breaking the lower high and lower low structure. I think for the first time in a long time, we are going to have a higher high. It won't be higher than this. This was, a higher high, but ultimately a lower high. Maybe we go up to the purple line. Right now, you know what? I'm going to make another claim. I think this is the first move that's actually going to take us above the purple line, which is going to be dramatic, man. That's going to be very dramatic. The 123 weekly getting above there would be awesome. Freaking awesome, man. Yeah. I don't know when this is going to happen. I think it's going to take months, maybe even years, or a year and a half, But, over time, it's going to gain value against Bitcoin. That's what I'm projecting. That's what I'm predicting. Let's see. If we go on the daily, maybe I can take this fib off and we can look at the R size. I don't know why my service is so slow, man. This is upsetting. This is upsetting right now. What's going on? I've got connection. It says I've got connection. To be fair, it's full. It says full. Well, that's a bummer. I think I was basically done. I think I'm basically done with what I want to say anyways, but I do want to look at the RSI on this thing. Man, breaking above the daily like that looks beautiful, man. You held it as resistance, showed that it was significant, and you're breaking above it now, man. This is great. You're in the overbought territory, which you haven't been in quite some time. I would expect that you see continuation off of this. Maybe you cool it for a little bit, but in the coming weeks and months, I think it is going to go up. I do feel very confident in that. You have very beautiful, very significant bullish divergence here. Lower lows, higher low, bounced right off the oversold territory. No wonder you went straight up, man. I don't think it stops here. I think it goes a little bit higher. You are probably getting to a cooling off point, sooner or later in the coming days. But I think it wants a little bit more for sure, and especially over the coming months. If we look at it on the weekly perspective, yeah, man, this thing wants to go up. This thing definitely. Let's see, from the last high to low, you're above the 382 for now. Maybe you cool off, find support on the 382, and make your way up. But I don't know, man. You might be making your way straight to the 618 from here, which is just great. That would mean that if Bitcoin moves up in the coming weeks, which I do think it is going to, up to like 34.1K, Bitcoin Cash is going to move up more. If we look at BCH USD for the first time all video, right now it's at 142. What happened? You've kind of got, and it's unconventional, but it's not unconventional. It's just not common, in my opinion, especially with crypto. But you've got a 1-2 triple bottom, man. You've got a triple bottom. I feel comfortable calling that a triple bottom. Maybe even some kind of unconventional like head and shoulders. I don't know. I don't know about that. Maybe not. You got your head here, your shoulder. It's weird looking. I don't know. Maybe on a monthly it looks cleaner. Not really. What could this be? What could it be? I don't know. You're just in a price range, man. You're just in a price range. That's it. Maybe it's a Wyckoff distribution of some sorts or accumulation. I really don't know. I'm not familiar with Wyckoff, so forgive me if I'm wrong. To me, Wyckoffs kind of look like this, right? They kind of almost look like Bart patterns. This could be a Bart pattern, and just as quick as we came down, Barted out and then up, something like that. I don't think Bitcoin Cash right now is going to make a move up to 380, though it could. But I wouldn't be surprised if whenever we break out of this range, whenever we break this high here at the 886, I wouldn't be surprised if we made a move up to the 1272 or the 1618, which is anywhere from about $200 to $245, just below 200 to just below 245, but somewhere in that range. You broke through the 618 pretty convincingly. Just like some other cryptos, you went basically to the 886. It's kind of funny, man. All cryptos doing that right now. But on the daily, the RSI to me, like this is not hidden bearish divergence. You've got higher highs in the RSI, higher highs in the price. You had bullish divergence playing out here. You held a higher low, bounced right off the 0.69. Like, man, I think this thing does want to see extensions. Definitely. And maybe, I'm not saying that this is the low here at $87. I don't know if that's the low. I'm not quite convinced yet. Maybe it does go a little bit lower, but that could have been the low, guys. This could be some of the lowest that you see Bitcoin Cash for a very long time. It might make its move up here into this kind of zone and then like wiggle waggle whatever, do its thing and then break out eventually. Maybe not that long. This is all the way out in 2028, but maybe in a shorter time frame does it do this. But I do think that we might have seen the bottom. We really might have. I'm not convinced yet that this is the bottom. I would like to see more to kind of convince me of that, but things are looking good. I do like this actually as a base for Bitcoin Cash. Yeah, and that's all I got. So without any further ados, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. I think I just heard my daughter cry, so I'm gonna go take care of her. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you.